I'm Chad Bettis, author of The Disciple Making Parent, and this is my audio blog, where I read some of my blog posts in audio format for your convenience. Well, today's episode is part 2 of the blog post, 7 People God Tells Us to Honor. In the previous episode, we talked about the fact that I've seen a trend that's bothered me. It's the lack of honor. And yet God commands us to honor at least 7 different types of people. So God commands us to honor our parents. God also commands us to honor those who are older. And third, in the last episode, we looked at the fact that God calls us to honor our spouse. Well, let's continue with 4, 5, 6, and 7. Number 4, we are to honor those who are over us in governmental authority. 1 Peter 2:15 says, honor everyone, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the emperor. And Romans 13:7 says, respect to whom respect is owed, honor to whom honor is owed. Amazingly, both Paul and Peter encouraged honor of the Roman governmental officials even in a time of persecution. Now, I know authority can be misused and abused. Examples of this abound in the home and in the world every day. I've written more about that in other blog posts. But even as we take our stand against abuses, the Christian posture is one of honoring those in authority. And this includes governmental officials, law enforcement officials, teachers, and coaches. We could continue down that list of authorities that we encounter and our children encounter. They need to see us speaking and acting with honor, and we need to train them in this habit as well. So think about, how can you show respect and honor to those who are over you in government authority? Number 5, we're to honor those over us in authority at work. 1 Timothy 6:1 says, all who are under the yoke as slaves are to regard their own masters as worthy of all honor, so that the name of God and our doctrine will not be spoken against. While politics in the workplace may divide us, one thing unites too many of us, and that's complaining about the boss. Yet Christians are to be those who wisely and appropriately honor sinful bosses. When we do not complain about their decisions but show proper respect, we stand out in a world of grumbling. So ask, how can you show proper honor to your boss at work? Number 6, honor those over you in church. 1 Timothy 5:17 says, the elders who rule well are worthy of double honor. We have authority in the home, in the government, and in the workplace. A Christian is to show honor in all those spheres of life, but we also have authority in the church. Again, yes, there has been abusive authority, and those leading in the church are imperfect. But God calls us to show honor to those who watch over us spiritually. Are you taking their service for granted? Do you esteem them for their work? You can find that commanded of us in 1 Thessalonians 5:12. So ask yourself, how can you show honor to those who are pastors and overseers? And finally, number 7, honor those in your church. Romans 12:10 says, outdo one another in showing honor. You see, lastly, we come to the all-encompassing verse that shows us that honor is a way of life for the Christian. We're to, quote, compete with others to show honor. This command comes from Paul in the midst of a paragraph where he is showing the many facets of Christian love. And one of those facets is giving honor to those around us. I remember learning a practical application as I listened to a guest preacher who would regularly start his sermon praising the host specifically. I tried to make that my habit also. It may mean thanking those who serve us. Honoring means looking for the best in others. Honor allows no place for racial or financial partiality. It would see this person next to me as a brother or sister for whom Christ died. As we honor others in the body of Christ and outside of it, we will establish a church culture that is different than the world. So think about, how could you show honor to others around you? Well, these verses make it clear that Christians are a people who actively esteem others. This starts from a proper esteem for the Lord. With honor in our hearts, it works outward into our actions. Then, the fifth commandment establishes a pattern where we show appropriate honor to our parents and all those in authority. As usual, God doesn't tell us the specifics. He gives the principle and then expects us to use Spirit-guided wisdom to apply it to our situations. As parents, we're also training our children to honor others. We encourage them to honor us, to honor their grandparents, and honor the authorities in their lives. Finally, as I mature into an honor-giving person, I'll be different from the world and bring glory to Christ. Thank you for listening to the Disciple Making Parent audio blog. Our ministry is equipping families to stand strong against the rising antagonism to the gospel. After all, what is more important to us than the souls of our children and grandchildren? But we can only do that because of people like you who support the ministry through monthly or special gifts. Would you prayerfully consider becoming a ministry partner with us? Visit thedisciplemakingparent.com/donate. Thanks for listening.